Welcome again, MPC. This time we continue our press conference with Presidential Spokesperson Harry Roque. Good morning, sir.
Good Monday morning to all of you. Monday good news. There was a 9.8 increase in the 2017 dividend remittance from government-owned and controlled corporations, reaching an amount of 30.45 billion. This is higher than 27.73 billion collected in 2016. The Department of Finance reported that the 2017 collections came from 53 GOCCs, including the Civil Aviation Authority of the Philippines, which had not remitted dividends for the past 4 years, but has now emerged as one of the biggest dividend contributors. No? Other biggest dividend contributors include the Philippine Deposit Insurance Corporation, 7.46 billion, Development Bank of the Philippines, 2.51 billion, Manila International Airport Authority, 2.22 billion, Philippine Ports Authority, 1.95 billion, Bangko Sentral ng Pilipinas, 1.84 billion, National Power Corporation, 1.39 billion, Philippine Amusement and Gaming Corporation, 1.18 billion, and Subic Bay Metropolitan Authority, 923.6 million. More good news, we are pleased to announce that the Philippine Ports Authority has surpassed its target net income for the first 11 months of 2017 with a recorded 16% increase, reaching an amount of 8.310 billion compared to 7.164 billion in 2016. PPA noted that total revenues increased by 6.71%, amounting to 13.846 billion compared to 12.976 billion in 2016, with NCR South, Batangas, Davao, Bataan Aurora, and Surigao as the top 5 revenue earners. We commend also the hard work of the Department of Trade Industry in providing assistance to micro, small, medium enterprises through its Kapatid Mentor Me program, which generated 2,663 graduates last year. This program aims to help MCMEs sustain and scale up their businesses through 10 weeks of coaching and mentoring by business owners and practitioners in different functional areas of entrepreneurship, such as marketing, financial management, human resource management, and operations management. Okay? We hope to increase the number of graduates by 5,000 by adding a new program on coaching, which will allow the MSMEs to be coached by local mentors in negosyo centers for 2 to 3 hours. Further good news, we are pleased to announce that 175,000 farmers benefited from free crop insurance program, which with claims amounting to 1.9 billion in 2017. This is 24% higher than 1.51 billion worth of insurance paid in 2016. To further strengthen support to farmers and fisher folks, the Philippine Crop Insurance Corporation aims to increase the beneficiaries of the insurance program by 32% from 1.5 million farmers covered with free insurance crop in 2017 to 2 million farmers this year. Farmers and fisher folk listed under the registry system for basic sector in agriculture will be given priority in availing of the program. Questions, which I'm sure you have a lot of.
Okay, questions? Pierre
Wow,
Nada,
wala na.
Rappler. Different issue. Okay.
Sir, on the Verifiles report alleging that President Duterte and his daughter did not declare 100 million in investments, sir, will the president finally issue a waiver allowing BPI to release his bank transaction history, seeing as these accusations continue to persist because he has not really done so?
Pia, we can't comment on hearsay. The reality is the law says that bank statements are in fact confidential, and you need a report or a request from the Anti-Money Laundering Council to get copies of these statements. When Verifiles asked me for my comment, how could I comment when the documents are not authenticated? The whole story hinges on bank documents which they could not have had obtained copies of. So in the same way that I can't comment when I was asked by Vera, what can I say now? Prove first that the statements are authentic. Then I will comment. For now, kwento kunchero.
But sir, based on supposed hearsay, the president already promised to issue a waiver. So he actually did want to comment on it, except that the supposed waiver is too specific and, given the new details in this report, no longer valid. So will he issue a new waiver?
The president has said that during the elections, he has already issued the waiver. It's there. Now, what he has said is he will never issue a waiver in response to Senator Trillanes' request. No? Now, I'd like to underscore the fact that all these bank statements are rehashed from stories that Senator Trillanes alleged initially during the elections, which until today have not been proven because it is impossible to authenticate these so-called bank documents.
Sir, but these are new allegations because there are new details. For example, this now includes a new branch in BPI and also includes specific numbers. Hindi na po to yung 211 million, but bank transfers which show that they failed to declare between 44.25 million to as much as 85.73 million from 2006 to 2014. So,
Let me be very clear. If the banks will attest that those bank statements are true, we will comment. Until such time, kwentong kutsero, chismis.
Okay, next question. Any
I
question?
challenge them. Come up with certification from the banks that the statements are genuine. Then we will comment. But it's really is improper to comment on chismis. And they will remain chismis until the banks attest to the truth and veracity of these bank statements.
Okay. Follow-up question on that or other issue? Ted Tavera. Microphone, please.
Good morning, Secretary.
Yes, good morning.
Wall Street Journal reported over the weekend that the United States has launched this Operation Pacific Eagle since September 2017. And the report said that the Philippine government asked the United States for such help in counterterrorism measures. What do we say about this, Secretary? Why did we ask the United States for help, and why was this apparently made secret?
We ask help from anyone, from all countries of the world, because the threat of terrorism is not just in the Philippines, it's a worldwide concern. So if countries want to give whatever assistance they could and they want to, it's welcome. But I think terrorism now is not just a subject of concern in international organizations such as ASEAN, it is on top of the priority as well of multilateral agencies such as the United Nations.
Why was it not announced or made public, Secretary?
I do not know why we have to announce a call for assistance for anti-terrorism initiative. That's not top secret. The fact that I'm acknowledging that any country that can provide assistance in the fight of the entire planet against terrorism is a welcome development. And if assistance will be given, we would gladly accept this assistance.
Last on my end, Secretary. Does this move not disregard the President's independent foreign policy? Because before he said that he does not want such moves anymore.
Well, you know, an independent foreign policy recognizes that there are threats which are common to the entire humanity, and the threat of global terrorism is one of them.
Thank you.
Dexter Ganibe, DZMM. Joseph, microphone, please.
Sir, statement niyo po dun sa, I mean, may written statement na po nilabas, pero gusto ko lang yung sample. Dun sa pahayag ng Chinese authorities na hindi pag-aari ng Pilipinas ang Benham Rice.
Well, ang katotohanan po, no, malinaw po na ang Pilipinas ay may titulo sa Benham Rice. Sorry. Unang-una, tama po yun. Wala tayong titulo sa Benham Rice because what we have is sovereign rights. Sovereign rights is different from title. Sovereign rights is the exclusive right to explore and exploit the natural and non-living resources, natural resources found in the area. Now, as early as 2012, this was awarded to the Philippines. We made an application for an extended continental shelf. I'm proud to state that when I first became director of the UP's Institute of Legal Studies, that was our #1 project to collate scientific data to make the submission. We did, and we were granted Benham rights as part of our extended continental shelf. We do not have sovereignty in the Benham rights because what we only have in the Benham rights as part of extended continental shelf is the right to explore and exploit the natural resources found thereat.
Kasama din po ba dun yung right na allow other countries to explore it?
Kasama po sa exclusive na karapatan ng sovereign rights ay yung desisyon, yung sovereign decision na payagan yung ibang mga bansa na mag-conduct ng scientific studies, no? Because it is sovereign, because it is exclusive, ibig sabihin nun, desisyon na ng soberenya yun. Soberenyang bansa kung nais niyang i-share sa iba. And we have allowed scientific research on the basis of guidelines that are already existing. And other nations or other companies from different countries can also apply.
Do you have details, Secretary, kung nag-start na ba itong scientific research ng China?
I believe, well, I'm not sure if it has, no? But I think two of the conditions that we imposed, number one, Filipino scientists will participate, and number two, that the research or the result of the scientific research will be shared with the Philippines.
Thank you.
Next question. Okay. Hannah Jane Sancho.
Sir, good morning.
Good morning.
Sir, regarding po dun sa, may directives po ba yung Pangulong Duterte na nakarating sa kanya yung sinabi ni Joma Sisa na tinatawagan niya lahat ng mga kabataan na gumawa ng mass protest against kay Pangulong Duterte po. Nakarating na po ba ito sa Pangulo at kung may binigay po ba siyang directives regarding this po?
Again, we don't attach too much importance on Joma Sison. I hope he has enough grandchildren to heed his call.
Thank you, sir.
Yes. Philip Tebeza, Inquirer.
Follow-up lang, sir. He's calling on the youth to emulate the riots similar to the first quarter storm of 1970. Sorry.
Problem with Joma Sison is he's stuck in history. He never moved beyond the first quarter storm.
Thank you, sir.
Any follow-up question on that? Follow-up? Okay. Next question, Rose Cause.
Reaction lang po sa statement ng NUJP and ng PPI na ang nangyayari po ngayon sa Rappler is simula pa ng maraming banta against media organizations critical of the Duterte administration.
Napapagod na po ako magkomento na hindi po press freedom issue yung nangyari sa Rappler. Usaping salapi po yan. Usaping salapi, fundraising initiative na sabi ng SEC ay labag sa ating saligang batas. Tignan na lang po natin kung may ipapasara tayong mga media outfits dahil critical sila sa gobyerno, tignan na lang po natin kung may mangyayari sa Rappler. Kung mayroong tangka o pagpipigil na pigilin sila sa kanilang pag-eksersisyo ng kanilang propesyon na bilang mga mamamahayag. Hayaan na lang po natin na yung facts will prevail. Kasi kahit anong sabi namin na wala kaming kinalaman dyan, walang kinalaman ng presidente, ayaw naman nilang tumigil. Pero ulitin ko po, salapi po ito. Usaping pera, hindi po usaping kalayaan.
Pero do we expect po na ang Duterte administration is to run after media organizations na kinakitaan ng paglabag sa batas?
Alam mo kung gusto kong gawin ng presidente yun, matagal na niyang ginawa. Ang ginagawa ng presidente, magsulat kayo na hindi niya gusto, sigawan nila kayo. Sisigawan kayo ng presidente at mumurahin kayo, pero hanggang doon lang kami. Kasi talaga namang karapatan ng malayang pananalita. Huwag lang kayo magagalit kapag ang presidente minura kayo, no? Dahil karapatan din niya yun. Okay.
Any more question? Nestor Corrales, Inquirer.
Sir, 2 mayors from Iloilo last week transferred to the President's PDP Laban in a mass oathing ceremony. They were both earlier tagged and included in the President's drug matrix or drug list. So what does this say about the President's stance against illegal drugs?
I believe before they were allowed to join the PDP Laban, their names were cleared. We will not knowingly allow any drug lord to join the administration party.
Cleared, sir, meaning they were cleared by the DOJ or ano po yung process?
I think they were cleared by the police agencies because it is the police agencies that provided the drug list.
Okay, sir.
Joseph Morong, Jimmy 7.
Sir, curious lang, si Presidente hindi naman pumunta kay Isabel, no?
Hindi po.
Why did he not?
He had prior schedules in Davao.
Okay. Sir, yun sa Scarborough. You said, what's your statement? You do not interfere with the intramurals between the US and China? Can we have just an on-cam?
Well, ang nagpapalitan po ng mga maanghang na salita ay sa panig ng Estados Unidos at China. Hindi po tayo maghihimasok dyan. Ang interes po ng Pilipino, ngayon ang Pilipinas ay yung karapatan ng ating mga mangingisda na magpatuloy sa kanilang hanap buhay na pangingisda dyan sa Boro. At yan naman po yung nangyayari ngayon. So tayo po ay patuloy na naninindigan na ang Scarborough ay teritoryo ng Pilipinas, pero isinentabi po na muna natin ang usaping titulo dyan sa Saboro, no, para po magkaroon ng hanap buhay ang ating mga mamamayan.
Pero sir, bakit po nagkiklaim ng soberenya yung China sa Zambales?
Ano bang magagawa natin sa kanila? Hindi mag-claim sila na mag-claim. Pero tayo po, malinaw na malinaw ang lahat ng ebidensya na nagpapatunay sa ating soberenya.
Is that objectionable, that claim?
Well, pabayaan mo silang mag-claim, no? Ang basehan naman nila, historic waters, at meron naman pong desisyon ang International Law of the Sea Tribunal.
Which said that they did not have historical rights over
Which
that.
says that there's no basis for historical waters under the UNCLOS.
Yes, Philip?
So, sir, where do we draw the line on Chinese actions in the South China Sea?
I do not know what you mean by that. Because for now, we maintain we have title, despite China's contrary statements. But for now, what's important is the right of livelihood of our fishermen, and right now, our fishermen are able to exercise this right.
You mentioned kasi, sir, before na yung island reclamation ang it would endanger or jeopardizing goodwill commitments that
That's
they
in
made.
connection with what we think is covered by the obligation of good faith. So that still holds. That is the goodwill obligation that we expect compliance on the part of China, that they will not reclaim or create new artificial islands.
So, is that the red line for the Chinese government?
Well, let's just say that if there are new reclamations or new artificial islands, then we would then maintain that there would be a breach of the good faith obligation. But so far, no breach.
And doing that would jeopardize the friendly relations between Manila and Beijing.
Well,
if
I
they
think
do
at
that.
this point, Manila and Beijing know that it is to both our interests to maintain the current good relations. And that is why the status quo is being observed.
Okay, thank you, sir.
All right, yes, sir.
Sir, any development lang po dun sa ENDO?
The DOLE announced that the executive order on ENDO will be issued soon. I'm not sure exactly when, but I know the Secretary Bello mentioned that it is forthcoming.
Sir, ending the contractualization?
Yes, yes.
Lalagdaan daw po ni President?
I think so, because executive order will be issued by the President.
Okay, any more questions? Joseph Morrow, one
So
more.
may pinapakawala yung office, yung si second cousin ni Sir, Cebu Mayor Ramonito Dorano will face some case in the Sandigan for failure to reinstate city employees. He's a second cousin, so...
Proof that the President does not care. Even if you're a relative, you breach the law, you will be prosecuted and punished for your acts.
Okay, thank you.
All right, last one question. PR Nada, Rappler.
Sir, just on the frigate deal, so we were able to get a comment from the former Undersecretary in the Palace, Lloyd Christopher Lau, and he was saying that receiving complaints about such contracts is a usual course of procedure in the office of SAP. So, sir, but then he also defended himself, saying that his office is in charge of looking into complaints of presidential appointees. So is it really already the norm for Palace to look into such big-ticket contracts, even if it's already supposed to be implemented? I mean, why is it that way?
The reason why they had to refer it was because the communication was received by the Palace. It's not just the PMS that has that course of action. Even my office, I'm probably the second most written office too, in the Palace. No? All I can do is to refer it to the appropriate line agency. No?
But they did more than just refer it. They actually called a meeting in Malacañang to talk about the CMS election. So is that normal?
I do not know if they actually called for a meeting, because what you said is that they transmitted the information. No? You said that Yusek Lau admitted to transmitting that information.
No, sir. He
So
also
what I'm
confirmed to
saying
holding the
is,
meeting.
I do not know about that as a matter of fact. No? If they did, so be it, because in effect, the white paper is a form of complaint that had to be attended to. Are you going to close your eyes to complaints being sent to the Palace? At least it proves that we're in compliance with the obligation under the Salonga law. No? Not only to reply, but to look into matters received by the Palace. And as you can see, there's been quite a number of complaints received by the Palace, acted upon, particularly on the issue of corruption and junkets.
But do you think this particular process could also be abused by contractors or private people with private interests to have the Palace speak on behalf of their private interests?
Could be, but that's why we retain very intelligent people in the palace.
So how do, sir, do we guard against this process being abused by such interests?
Because we have intelligent people.
That's it?
Well, what else do you want me to say? There are complaints that have to be acted upon. You discern the truth from fiction. Same thing about journalism. There's a mental process involved. And of course, what would be deplorable if the palace were to ignore complaints made and submitted to it. It shows that we don't sit on complaints.
Okay. One last, Joseph.
Sir, she said a statement na naman yesterday, no? But on ASEC Uson's UST, what do you call it, recognition, what is the palace statement on it?
Well, we're happy for ASEC Uson, and I suppose that validates that her appointment was for good reasons. No? It is the oldest university in Asia, after all, and to be given this recognition must be really a source of honor for ASEC Uson.
How do you respond to those who are against it?
Well, you know, ASEC Mocha Uson can respond to them, but the palace does not have to.
Okay, thank you.
Okay. Thank you very much, MPC. Thank you also, Presidential Spokesperson Harry Roque. That
Thank
wraps
you.
up our press conference. Back to the main studio of PTV4 and Radyo Pilipinas. Thank you.
See you tomorrow.